What if I told you the CIA once tried to turn a cat into a secret agent? Yes, not a robot, not a drone. A real, living, purring house cat, equipped with a microphone, transmitter, and even an antenna in its tail. This isn't science fiction. This is the story of Operation Acoustic Kitty, one of the strangest and most unbelievable missions in Cold War espionage history. The Cold War was a time of secrets, spies, and surveillance paranoia. The United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a silent battle of wits, constantly trying to outmaneuver one another, not just with nukes or armies, but with information. Every whisper mattered. Every conversation between Soviet diplomats was gold. So the CIA, always looking for a creative edge, had a thought. What if we could bug those conversations in a way no one would suspect? They didn't look to satellites or disguises. They looked at cats. Operation Acoustic Kitty, launched in the 1960s. The idea was strangely simple, yet wildly ambitious. Surgically implant audio equipment into a cat so it could eavesdrop on conversations between foreign agents without drawing attention. Cats, after all, are quiet, independent, and inconspicuous. They stroll through parks, slip under tables, and lounge near park benches, all places spies might meet and talk. So, the CIA poured over $20 million into turning a cat into a spy. They surgically implanted a microphone in the cat's ear, a transmitter base near the skull, and ran a tiny wire antenna along the spine and tail. The result? A real cat, with a real recording system. After countless hours of training this feline James Bond, the day finally arrived for its first mission. The plan? Release the cat in a park near the Soviet embassy in Washington, D.C., where agents were known to chat on benches. The CIA van pulled up. The door opened. The cat was released. And just seconds later, bam! The poor cat was immediately hit by a taxi. The mission was over before it even began. It was a catastrophe, literally. The CIA had spent millions creating the world's first bionic cat, only to lose it to traffic. That's not a joke. It's historical fact. Aside from the tragic ending, the mission highlighted something important the CIA had completely underestimated. Cats are terrible at taking orders. Unlike dogs, they aren't loyal, obedient, or easily trained. No matter how much tech you put inside a cat, it's still going to act like a cat. During test runs, the feline would wander off, get distracted by food, or simply lie down mid-mission. It turns out spy work isn't compatible with chasing butterflies. For decades, the existence of Operation Acoustic Kitty was considered an urban legend. But in 2001, declassified CIA documents confirmed it. Acoustic Kitty was real. The document even called the project not practical, which is probably the understatement of the century. The whole thing has become a strange footnote in espionage history, a reminder that even top intelligence agencies can have some wildly bad ideas. Let's pause and reflect for a moment. This wasn't a comic book plot. This was the real-life CIA trying to use animals as tools of espionage. It makes you wonder how many other too-weird-to-be-true projects were cooked up during the Cold War. We know about exploding cigars for Castro, mind control experiments, and even psychic spies. In that bizarre timeline, a spy cat almost seems normal. Operation Acoustic Kitty is one of those stories that blurs the line between absurd and genius, between science and sci-fi. So, what do you think? Was this a total failure, like Yeti, or a bizarre step toward the modern world of covert surveillance? Let me know in the comments. And if you're fascinated by weird, wild, and wonderful corners of history, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We've got plenty more unbelievable stories coming your way.